Hello, hello. I am going to take another whack at vibe coding. I am experienced at coding, but very inexperienced at this version of vibe coding with AI prompt. So we're going to see if, let me move me off to this side so that you can see what I type in the prompt. I would love to get this a little cleaner, but right now we're just poking around. So let's see, can it change the project? What do you call this? Open editors, new file, new folder, collapse folders. Yeah, so I want to close out the Chrome extension and start a new project called Pips Solver. I want to see if they gave the AI workplace control. Creating a fresh what? Sessions, eh? So should I start a new session, really? Yes? Clears the chat and... Older? Maybe this is a new session. Did it start itself a new session? Fresh Pip Soldier project. Where? Oh, do I want to allow this? I see. Package. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Pip Solver project, Pips tests, index.js. Sure. Scripts start node. Yeah, we'll see. Allow the session. So this is within Chrome extension. How strange. I'm also not used to some of the Visual Studio nuances. CD install dependencies? I'm gonna go ahead and say undo those changes. Yeah. Is it gonna ask again to edit the JSON? Dunno. Is there still a folder? Yes. But now it doesn't contain anything. Copy path. Where's that? What's in it? What? Ah. Interesting. It deleted the source, but it kept the folder? Okay. Maybe I'll put it here myself. Paste. Yeah, why not? Alright. New session. Start a new project using existing folder pip solver. Get child item, directory recurse, and continue where object pip solver. Yeah, you're allowed to see where pip solver is in this PowerShell, I think is what that's doing. Let's see. Allow reading external directory. That's the right path. Yep. Source in pip solver. Allow this folder in this session. All files in this repository. What repository? Just allow once. Didn't know you could shorten PowerShell to push, but okay. Get child item path, Visual Studio, for select object name, sure. TypeScript project, eh? Run in pip solver. And then npm run build can also up. Yeah, do that. Do helpful? Do that last. This will run command VS Code open folder on the correct pips. Yeah, why would I not want to show more? What is that even doing? Allow once. Open folder. Open folder. Sure. Yes. Select folder. I mean, the author of the files in this folder is you, so no, I don't trust the author. Enable all features. Give me a sec to look what's in it. You wild and crazy kids. Package JSON, readme JSON. I want to read the source. What is it? Absolutely bizarre. Cool. Sure. Yeah, I trust the authors of that. All right. In the source, in the index, what's that doing? In the package, in the README. Let's stick to a language I know so that I can tell how well the AI is doing things versus practices I've seen. I've never seen TypeScript. It's best to avoid interactivity during this process. Don't bump my shoulder. I am smart AI. I do thing. Force package JSON. JSON error action silently continue. Remove item recurse force source error action silently continue. That seems really aggressive for removing file, which you could just do, but sure. You don't want to have to make me click allow if it fails for permissions issues or whatever, I guess. Bizarre. Preview. What do you mean preview? Preview with a configure preview mode. Bizarre. Bizarre. Okay. I can do what? Main entry point sys. Solver received. Sure. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Right now it made some assumptions that I don't particularly like. So get rid of the example output and input and reading args from the input. We're going to instead check this URL and download the day's game based on the contents of that page. Go. Alright, strange summoned demon. What are you doing? Set location to the pip solver. Am I not there? Is that part of the problem? I don't know. Make collapse folders. Python. Ooh, I don't know what that's doing. Explanation says, fetch the initial content of the New York Times page to determine how to locate and download games data. Sure. But what does that Python py mean? And if you have that explanation, why didn't you put it in a comment in the file? And I don't know, the rest of it's fine. Can you do this? Forward slashes are fine. It's the backslashes that get you, so you don't need an R in front of the string. That's fine. URL lib. Did we import that? Guess so. A request URL, headers, user agent, Mozilla. Yeah, sure. Tells it whether or not to do mobile. Also, maybe we'll have to fight it on scrapers, but maybe not. URL open, timeout 20, read 20 what? No, 200,000. I don't know. Decode UTF-8 and replace what? Print the HTML. The last 2,000? The first 2,000? The first 2,000. Sure, why not? Set location path, Python import your hello request, import. Why did I bother allowing the Python to be run if instead you're going to run it through PowerShell? PowerShell of pip solver and Python import URL request. Hang on. This is the same thing? This is the same thing again? Are you... Yeah, the command of the Python says this. The arguments, really. That's weird. Why does it have an odd number of quotations? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and... Does that run? Don't know that we really need this part. Maybe that's where the extra quote was coming from, though. Yeah, let's try it as is. What's it do? Missing argument in parameter list. Headers. Unexpected token Mozilla /5.0 in expression or statement. This is... That's why we have the double quote. You absolute bonkers. Okay. So it's trying to do a command with the C. CDD there, so switch drives to there. Don't need the D, I think, but Python -C. So this is the -C of what Python do, and this is the /C of what command do, which really feels like it doesn't need to be here, but maybe PowerShell does something, except doesn't appear to be doing anything right now. Anyway, let me see if I can just do the Python bit, which I'm gonna guess is gonna be up through there without too much complaint. Do we have the right number of double quotes? Hypothetically. Import. Yeah. What about it? Import sys with URL lib. Do you not know the width? Does width need something else? I don't know. Like, generally white space is pretty safe. Who knows? Expected character, afterline, continuation character. Unclear on what that's saying. Python. With URL lib.request.url open as R, right? Like, pretty sure that's the problem part. Do this. Import stuff. All the way through there. Just do a bunch of stuff. Cool. Here's this. Yep, seems to have come through. Okay. With URL lib, do that. And we'll even go so far as to close the standard outright. Do that. Alright, I guess. Yeah, it's the first 2,000 characters. I don't particularly want to do that, just all of it. What about game? SVG class. That's too many things. Oh. Well, that was just for my own amusement. Anyway, exit the Python, exit there. Let's see. Do it. You strange computer. What do you learn from that? Probably that you need more than the first 2,000 characters in it. Nope, you're still doing the same thing. Games pips. Sure, why not? Like, you're just changing the slashes because it didn't work? Are you just trying to run the same thing again and again and again? Yeah, do the pip solver, Python C. I'm realizing thingamajigs. That's fascinating. Yeah, keep cracking at that, you. Uh-huh. Are you escaping your slashes badly? Sure. Okay, what do you got? And analyze command syntax. For to what end? What's this? Sure. Why are you learning how shell syntax quoting behavior, any of that goes? Uh, sure, why not? You're saying hi to yourself to test the same kind of things that I just went through and tested, I guess? A little bit. Echo, hello. Yes, you're allowed to echo. Alright. Command information is not available. What do you mean it's not available? Like, alright, considering things. Command outputs. Syntax error with the caret. Is that with the caret align? With the what caret? What caret? Import sys and print sys.version. Sure. Now you're asking for information about my system. Version is just fine. This is an interpreter set up on a standard Windows install from a version of Visual Studio that I don't think I've had time to mess up too badly. And it's doing this. It doesn't know how to run echo in however it's calling. Or maybe it did. Maybe that ran fine. That doesn't look fine, but what is this? Continue back? No. Confirmed. The terminal is a Python read, enter, print loop. So I'm using native Python code to fetch the page content. That is, for the record, exactly what I did in the PowerShell. It's just like, okay, get rid of all of that. Where did it go? I don't even know. Maybe I closed it. Get rid of all of the decoration around and just do this. So, interesting. I wonder who did it faster. If I bother to go back and count, I'll put that on the screen. What? Yeah, just do the thing. Now tell me that you need more than 2,000 characters, and we'll... Are you doing? Yeah, you've got a small circle to tell me that you're still working on that. Now you're saying working, and it does this, which is a more, like, useful visual. I guess it's cooler to not have that. What do you mean, 1,000? What? Len of HTML. Okay. You absolute freak. So you know that you need more than 1,000, but you don't know if you want to ask for all of it because it could be just, too much information for you. So you're going to double check how long it is first, but then still print the first 1,000. Just to see if it's the same first 1,000 to make sure you're looking at the right thing. Maybe that's allowing too much intent. Strange demon. Enable shell integration and double protection. I don't even know. Get rid of that. I feel like it did more things in the middle there, but okay. Fetching content in Python. Oh, I see. Ran this. Command information is not available. Enable shell integration to improve. Like. What is this? I do have exclusive use of my user account. Undefined. I'm gonna have to look up what the security community thinks about handing over that access. But for now, yeah, just keep trying things. How does the hello work? Or how well does the hello work for you? And, like, did you run the 2000? So this was the long part, I'm guessing. Ran, print, high. It's still cracking at it. Using the workspace web fetch tool to avoid terminal quoting issues. I think we're well above quoting issues with whatever you're doing, but sure, you can fetch web pages directly. So why'd you spend all of this time trying to do it in Python through shell? Do you think it's nicer to show your work? Is that something being built into AI behavior in some way? Integrated browser. Sure. The integrated browser. Sharing with agent. Run playwright code. What is that? Extracting the pages embedded JSON from the browser. Don't know what that is. No jokes, you. To identify the actual daily game payload. Him. Always show more, you absolute bizarre little. Page.evaluate. Let's see. Anything that's a script for conscript of scripts. What? Oh. Sure. Iterate through array. Each individual called script. Out of that scripts array. Matches is you're looking for the game payload. How are you trying to identify what you're assuming lives in a script? Script ID, script type, script text content, yes. If next data, what? I'm guessing that's an AI to-do marker. Test ID, here times pips initial I test matches, push. Okay, so we're going to record not just the document query selector all script result in the array. We're going to record a nice little set. Guess it's not a set, not a Python thing. Whatever playwright is. So I'm guessing an ordered list of ID type. Length. Okay, so the value of text.length is going to be an integer, and they're naming it length, which they're not doing for ID and type. So maybe Playwright's doing something fancy where it's going to give an element here that's named ID and also is the value of whatever our const ID is. Whereas with, like, if the text.length is 2003, then we wouldn't want 2003 value named 2003, so we're specifying length. Likewise, snippet text.slice, the first 500 characters. Really not sure why it's limiting itself by number of characters to the top of, in this case, each script. But sure, why not? Like, ultimately, don't want to overflow any of what you're able to load into various places. Scripts.length matches.slice 20. That's just bizarre. Just do things. What is playwright? Whew. Do I need to keep this, or can I? Like, it's still doing things. What did you put into main? That's weird. I thought that was pretty original to it, but sure. Uh, okay, this is way back in the TypeScript cutover. Yeah, could keep those. How fast is the demon going to do this? Let's see. Inspecting scripts and variables. Yeah. Other scripts for JSON requests, maybe checking networks requests. Search for window variables, pips in the script contents. Page.evaluate. Is that an AI thing? What is page.evaluate? What's your run? Why would you hide this? Well, whatever. Yeah. Game data. JSON stringify. Shows up as undefined. Couple of times, huh? Well, let's see. You haven't selected a puzzle yet. For what it's looking at, how would one start the puzzle? What are you doing? Game. Datadog. They have good logo and good functionality that I've played with. Let's see. Or as far as I've played. What you up to, strange creature? Page resources detected game API endpoint. Or JSON fetch call. Well, you're looking for where the hello. Sure. Save it to. Yeah. Why not? What else changed? Main.py and readme. Main is going in. Getting rid of non-Python syntax. Yeah, Python syntax. I don't know what that. Specifying string. Cool. Why not? Fully specify instead of duck typing. How dare you? Oh. Date pattern. Okay. Guess that works. Fetch URL, parse date from page. Pieps. Pieps? pips. Weird. Do we have a pips URL? Sure. What's the sparkles do? Review. Okay. What are you doing? Yes. Yes. That seems reasonable. Code review of the change to the code that we're still checking the change in. Bold strategy. Okay, sure. Pips URL instead of pipes URL. Print there. There. You're not telling me which lines these are on? So it's just a comparison. Don't particularly care for that. But, sure. Those changes seem appropriate. Pips URL up there. And we're getting rid of example inputs, so we will keep the big change. What's that? Which file changed? The readme? Doing what? Sure. Bash python main.py. This will do stuff. Keep. Alright. You can now run. Do that. Insert into terminal. Main does date ISO is parse date from page, and then it's on line 25 here. Can I go there? Like, oh, control click. Sure, why not? Let's see. Date pattern dot search. Pips. Remind me. What did you think? Skip tutorial. Pips. This kind of thing. Okay. If I reload this, does it still have that? Yeah, it does. Why did you think you could find it and then not? And if we get to this, go ahead and print HTML and see if we can find that real quick. And then, yeah, just generally if you get a page like this, so before it died, it did this, right? Well, alright, let's see. And don't print the HTML. Save. Didn't work. Sure. I thought that you. Okay, you reviewed it first and then you're trying to run. You'll see this result. Main. File. Could not locate. It says could not locate. Yeah, I know, you're looking for March something. Whatever. Python. Read to code. Regex search. Sure. Yeah, why not? Can you? Yeah. That's not a bad way to do that. Yeah. Let's see. Uh-huh. So it's looking for May, for Pat in May. Pat being pattern. Print Pat to bool, regex, search for Pat in HTML, and then print the dashes, and then print the surrounding, find pips. Find pips? Okay, so that's an odd choice. So it's going to go through each pattern, and it says May 2026 pips, pips in a different way, pips in a different way. Don't know these Unicode characters offhand. Closures of things, perhaps. But then for each pattern, like it's trying to find the match of these are not regexes really, they're just things. So like if it says May, it should say, yeah, found May or didn't. And then the dashes, and then in a normal human endeavor, this would be the surrounding text near the match. So if May on the page is in a different div or something, like why is it that I can double click and highlight both of those things? That is weird. Maybe there's a special Unicode character in the middle here that's throwing that off and making think that this is a single piece of text. That's probably what it's designed to find. But if May was in a separate div than the 9, then the 2026, it's going to find each of these and say, hey, I found the May, it's in this. I found the 2026, it's in this. But it's not doing that. It's doing the index of the thing that was found minus 200 to the index of the thing that was found plus 400, except the thing is only pips, which is actually one of the patterns, capitalized differently. But it's not the May, it's not the 2026. So when it says I found 2026 and then here's where it is, it will not print where it actually was. This is a pretty early stumbling block for this level of error. What else are you doing? Look, what? I equals html.lower.find. Again, you're still finding pips instead of the thing, instead of pat, or p now in pats. Sure, why not? Came out blank. Truncated, didn't request. Sure. Try it again. I wonder what 78 is in this context. Output issues in Rain Command and Terminal, Python and PowerShell, HTML to what? What? Sure, why not? What are you finding at that location, you strange creature? I beg your pardon? Okay, so the snippet, Pips Our New Dominoes Game, showed in command information is not available. What did it return? You strange machine. Alright, what does it return? What does it return? Pips our new Domino's game, the New York Times. Yeah, cause you're why? Just why are you limiting it to that range? It's bizarre. Just the whole thing. Pips, May, like, can we find May in this? Hmm. Can I search in there? Okay, is it gonna find anything? 13798. I can see that up top. Yeah, okay, you do know about that. You know where 2026 is? So sure. Alright. Let's say, yes, I know that. Do that. Yeah, that's about where 2026 is. It's probably in 2026. That's not the date 2026, is it? Yeah, I see the problem. The page that is being returned does not appear to have the date on it. Let's say, can I inspect element from here? Oh, New York Games, it's in this span, it's Portal game date. What do you want to do? You want to just you want to just more regex searches for yeah, do the thing. Go for it. Have fun. Service path pips v1. Interesting. So you really are trying to find a little API, like a nice version of getting this. Import URL. Okay. Sure. Why, at the point that you're sending a URL that contains the current date, are you trying to extract back the current date? Run this command. Games pips. Sure. Dates. Find all. Anything with the full, like, no, it's white space, so space. Space, 2 decimals, 1 or 2 decimals. So yeah, May. Hang on. What is this that you have created here? Because like the space, a 2 decimal thing, a comma, sure, it is there. A space, a 2 or 4 decimal thing. That part looks all pretty normal. What is this? Copy. The first bit, like, is that just a capital letter and a lowercase letter? Are you expecting it to say ma? Let's see. What is it? Regex tester. Regex 101. That looks right. Think I've used that before. Regular expression here. Would you be so kind as to does not match the subject? Yes. Oh, I missed the plus. spaces plus. Okay, so it's not adding as in string addition, it is a arbitrary number of lowercase letters, any number of white spaces? Any white space character. Decimal of 2 length, comma is forced. And yeah, let's go back into here. Pips, copy this for me. Go back in here, paste that. Pips May 9th, 2026. I find it interesting that I got the pips bit of that. Oh no, I'm just silly. I copied it myself. Okay. So, what then? It does match. In here, did it match? What do you mean? Meh. Yeah, do things. Wild. Import date as well as date time. Seems fine. PowerShell. Updated main. What else? You're really trying to, instead of raising an error, fallback date. Falling back to today. Huh. Okay. Are you still not getting the date back, and so you're giving up and just moving on to, can I pull today's game based on this JSON file for today's date, even if I didn't see that today's date was published? This raises the opportunity for certain time zones to get ahead, unless the New York Times publishes correctly in each time zone, which I'm betting they do. Alright, I gotta call it a night. I'm gonna go and do pet care, and then I will continue this another time. Hopefully it's enjoyable for you to watch me puttering around, but mostly I am hoping to find specific examples of how the AI does things well, poorly, unexpectedly, any of that. So it's stuff for me to go parse through and find snippets later. Have a lovely evening. Bye.